It froze.
Hey, we're back with part 2 of the top yacht artists. Yacht. Joe was just talking about Styx, and I was talking about where that music takes you, and the album that Styx had. Albums, LPs, long playing, vinyl that have made a comeback. What's interesting is that someone said the other day that this person sold a record number of vinyl long playing albums since the resurgence of LPs and vinyl. And,
right.
It was funny to hear someone say it was 40,000 was how many, vinyls that they sold.
I believe it. It's making a huge comeback. I don't buy CDs anymore.
Yeah, so, I had a hard time going from albums to CDs myself, if just for everybody's info.
Yeah.
I have at number 15. You've already brought them up. The Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah, great band.
So, and they're still touring.
Oh yeah, they're still making albums. My favorite one is "Eye in the Sky."
Eye in the sky, looking for you. I can read your mind.
Yep.
I'm the maker of fools.
Maker of rules, dealing with fools.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I can cheat you blind.
We have a show called Misheard Lyrics. Check that out.
Yes. My number 14 is "You Dirty Low Down Boss Skaggs."
Man, so I'm kind of on the border there. I have him at number 6.
Okay, sure. Good pick.
So now, do you know who he originally started with?
No.
And my wife loves to call this useless information, which probably the show should be called that.
Okay.
But he started out with Steve Miller.
I'd heard that. I've forgotten that, but I believe that.
Boss Skaggs is one of those artists, whenever he put an album out, when in the 80s, it was like a critical success or a editorial pick, or
right.
And it was almost pushed down your throat of how good or how legendary this album is. But I do enjoy his music. I do think you would hear it on a yacht.
Yes.
Enough that I agree with you, and I have him at number 6.
Yeah, a great artist.
Okay, so this next group still tours, but there's not an original bandmate in the band. So I'm trying to figure out, just sit at home and listen to it on your iPhone?
Yeah, I guess.
And that is the Little River Band.
Oh, man, I love the Night Owls. Love them. I totally forgot about them, but I love them.
Reminiscing. There's just, I think in the book that I showed you, I think they had their first 10 hits were all top 10
from Australia. Yeah.
Yes. Is there a man on your mind? Reminiscing. Cool time
change.
For cool change. Yes, that was one of my favorites, and my Uncle Ron introduced me to the Little River Band. But I don't know if you'd want to go see those. I don't know if you'd want to go see the Rolling Stones with Mick Jagger being almost 80. So I guess they're musical choices.
Yeah. Shadoobie. Shattered. Shadoobie. Shattered.
Shadoobie. Look at that! I've been shattered.
Right.
Doobie.
My number 13, The Logical Song, Supertramp.
Man, I love messing with people and say, "Hey, do you know the group that's singing?" They'll go, "No." I go, "It's a superhero." And they're like, "Oh, Superman." I go, "Yeah, take Super." And a girl that gets around. Is it called Super Whore? I didn't know. And they go, a tramp, Super Tramp. I go, yeah. I should probably edit that out, shouldn't I?
No, not at all.
Take the long way home.
Yeah, great song.
Don't look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend. Never seemed to get a lot. A jumbo across the water, going to see America. Okay. Speaking of Supertramp, I have number 13, Joe Jackson.
Oh yeah, stepping out.
Stepping out. Do. No, I don't. I've never played the piano. Is she really going out with him?
He was really big in '82.
Yes, man. Friday night videos and ZZ Tots.
Let's see. That's a joke in itself, my friend.
Yeah, my dad used to come. Oh, is that ZZ Tots? Is ZZ Top Dad?
I'd like a side of ZZ Tots with my burger, please.
Yeah, yes, please.
That's funny. My number 12, man. Jeff Lynne is a genius. ELO.
Man, I totally blew that one. Didn't have him on my list, but I used to think it was Medieval Woman.
Not so much.
Hold on tight to your dreams.
Yes, definitely.
Do. Hello. I wonder if that's where if Lionel Richie stole that from ELO.
Oh yeah.
Have you been all right?
You know, I was thinking about doing a bit about Lionel Richie, except it'd be Elmer Fudd.
Oh man, you know what Lionel Richie's ex-wife's favorite song is?
Dancing on the Ceiling?
No, Beat It by Michael Jackson.
Oh well, there you go.
Well, he was damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you get beat up by your wife, you just really can't do anything, right? Can't.
Correct.
Yeah, can't. He had a nickname, Good Old Chipmunk Cheeks.
That's funny.
Because it was once, twice, three times a day. Okay, so at number 12, something we've never seen at the Billy and Joe Top 10 show, bread.
Yeah, correct. And you're dating yourself there, pal. I didn't even put them on my list, so you can have number 12. You can have that.
Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. God, that I got another group coming up. It's just if you just want to, if you have a drug or alcohol problem, you can put bread on or this other group on, and you could just fade away into nothing.
Yes. My number 11, I could have them higher, but my top 10's pretty solid. They're coming to Indy this summer, Hall & Oates.
Yes, I have them at number 7. Excellent choice. And once again, we've talked about these guys in the past, and
yeah,
hit after hit after hit.
Yes. Yeah. Say it ain't say no go.
Yeah, with Sarah Smile and Don't Be Out of Touch, and Private Eyes, and Adult Education, and Kiss on My List. And then what was it? Daryl Hall went on to continue his musical career, and Oates went on to be on Saturday Night Live. What was that comedian's name?
Guido Sarducci. Father Guido Sarducci.
My name is Father Guido Sarducci. I used to say Sarducci. Father Guido Sarducci. And I never understood those bits on Saturday Night Live. I never understood. Right, I mean, right. he was a smoking priest or pastor or reverend. Maybe just the way you talked, it was funny, but All right, man. Number 11 is Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
And you
Yeah.
chatted about that, had them a little bit lower, but that's what
Yeah.
a fool believes.
Yes, that's the song I was looking for.
It
Receives
keeps you
what a fool
running.
believes.
Oh, it keeps you running.
It keeps you running.
Ah.
Number 10. I've liked him for a long time, but when they reissued this song on the Guardians of Galaxy 2 soundtrack, when I first heard it, I cried. Father and Son by Cat Stevens.
Oh, very, very great choice. Great choice. Cat Stevens, great, great, great artist. Great artist. No, thoroughly enjoy that, my friend. You said something that it clicked in my mind when you said, how did you did when you heard it on the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack? You said, right?
Yeah.
It'll come back to me. Okay. Cat Stevens also did I Know I'm Losing You.
Right.
Covered by Rod Stewart, and then of course covered by Sheryl Crow.
Right.
But that kind of gets a bad rap. Read about him. You may not rap on him as hard, Cat Stevens, if you kind of read about him and kind of understand and are open to interpretation. But got a bad rap, but I think a great entertainer, performer, and songwriter and musician.
If you take the political or religious part out of it, his songs still stand up.
Yeah, they stand the test of time. You're correct.
Yeah.
So I guess we're getting into the top 10. Is that what? Because your number 10 was Cat Stevens. Kenny Loggins.
I wanted to put him on my list, but I didn't have room.
You know, with Kenny Loggins too, it's interesting too. You know, he's had Michael McDonald on his songs. He's had Eddie Money on his songs. He's had Steve Perry on his songs. And when you tell people this, they're like, no, well, wait a minute. Oh, wow. That is Eddie Money in the background. You know, it's kind of like when we listen to Carly Simon in the house, you know, You're So Vain.
Yeah, right. Great song.
Listen closely. Mick Jagger is singing with her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Because you can hear that whine and You're so vain. You know, not a whine, but you listen to it, and you know, that's why I love music too. You learn something new all the time. You learn something new all the time, and you know, you picture Carly Simon singing with Mick Jagger, or Eddie Money, God rest his soul, singing with Kenny Loggins. But you know, a lot of cheese there with Kenny Loggins. You know, I wasn't a Footloose fan. I wasn't a Top Gun fan, and but I was a Caddyshack fan with I'm All Right and The Gopher, and you know, Loggins and Messina. That's just stuff that you would hear on a loop if you were on a yacht 24 hours a day.
Right. So my next artist, gone way too soon. You don't pull on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. I forget the next line, but you don't mess around with Jim Croce.
You don't pull the mask off the Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
That's right. And I guess his family got no money after he passed away for his songs.
You know what's interesting is anytime that I would see a Jim Croce album when I'd go to the record store in the 80s, 90s, you know, when I see a record album cover of Jim Croce, I think of Bob from the Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, definitely. Yes, without a doubt.
Jim Croce, Bob Kavoyan, same person. Hey, you know what else? You know who else is the same person? That's interesting we got here because Joe Montana, Alonzo from Little House on the Prairie were the same people.
Could be.
So my number 9, once again, I've always used these in a discussion earlier, is America. Sister Golden Hair Surprise.
Horse with No Name.
Bingo. My favorite, that's probably what most people who are musically versed would come up with first, just like you do. Mine takes me to falling and hitting my head inside the Indianapolis Art Museum before we went inside, and it's Sister
Oh
Golden Hair.
no.
It was Sister Golden Hair Surprise.
Yeah.
And the intro to Sister Golden Hair Surprise was, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed, so I, set my sights on Monday, and I got myself, undressed. I'm not ready for the altar.
Yeah.
Man, I probably used too many lyrics there, didn't I? But my dad got married one Saturday, and 2 weeks later it was annulled. So it always kind of reminds me.
Hello.
Yeah. But I have America at number 9.
Good pick. Lyrically, these are the two baddest writers around, period. Simon and Garfunkel. Baddest, as in, I can't say the second word, but yeah.
Yeah, Lennon, McCartney, Simon,
Yeah.
Garfunkel,
Yeah.
Gershwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just names that do flow in writing music and recording music.
Yes.
And once again, if you get over their politics and all that stuff and what they, you have to grade them pretty high for what they did and what's still around and what's popular.
Yes.
My number 8. I've always enjoyed, and I've always heard interpretations of his songs and his writings. Left Us Way Too Young was Dan Fogelberg.
Yeah, great singer.
Leader of the
Great.
band. I was told that was the leader was supposedly Jesus. The band was his disciples.
Okay, sure.
So it's always, you remember the time that you were told that, and you always think about that when you're trying to figure that out in the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do so many times of listening to something that we were raised with, and you're like, oh, that's what they mean by that, or that's how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah. Great pick. My number 7, his quote was, "The $100 million was the best money I ever spent." That was about his divorce. Neil Diamond.
Wow. Love on the rocks. Ain't no big surprise. Just pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. That guy and George Strait can fart an album and it'll sell out. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Diamond farts.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to buy it.
I'm not a big Oprah Winfrey fan, but she said she was such a huge fan she almost lost all of her street cred.
Wow.
So,
and isn't it weird that I put George Strait and Neil Diamond in the same?
yes, that's a juxtaposition, my friend.
Yeah, and it's I think he's 80, 81, and it's really kind of sad to see these people that we grew up with or we thought were old when we were young.
Have you heard his 12 songs album?
I have. It's pretty good.
It's Rick Rubin did it. It's very good.
Rick Rubin's got a genius musical mind.
Oh, definitely, without doubt.
I mean, he resurrected Johnny Cash from
yes,
being on death's bed.
Pretty much, exactly.
Yeah. My number 7 is Hall & Oates, so we've already discussed that. So, I guess you can't go for that. No can do.
No can do.
Okay.
He's coming to town here as well. My favorite song by him is Daniel, Elton John.
What a catalog.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's all I can say. What a catalog. Daniel, the song Daniel
Mhm.
was playing. I just got a new toy. We were going down the road. I decided to throw the wrapping out the window.
Oh no.
My dad got pulled over. I thought I was going to get whipped to a breath of life. But it was because dad didn't have his headlights on, the 1973 Camaro. So I have
Oh.
never littered since then.
I'll bet. My other favorite song is "I'm Still Standing."
Great
So,
song, great autobiography, biography, great movie.
yeah, yes, it wasn't as good as Queen, but it was close. It was close.
Yeah, it was more of a musical.
Yeah.
Then Queens was a biotopic or whatever. But
Yeah.
Elton John, what a Reginald Dwight.
Yes.
I also I don't want to go on with you like that.
Yes.
One more set of boots on your carpet mat. There's a great 8-inch or 7-inch remix too.
Yes.
But Elton John, man, so we'll roll into my number 6, and I used to think that the same guys who had the Tigers in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
What were their names?
Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy were also the power duo Air Supply. Making love out of nothing at all.
That's your number 6?
Yeah. They got they have a great music palette, and just a CD that you can listen to over and over.
No.
Even the nights are better.
Okay, that doesn't translate well. Now you couldn't listen to that over and
Even the
over.
nights are better when I'm with you. Oh.
Okay.
Well, we had a good run in the middle of it,
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. As a matter of fact, that's funny you bring that up. That was one of the 4 records my mom had. And I brought that up to my mom recently, and she says, "Joe, you can just leave Air Supply off, okay?" And I'm like, "Okay," because it was Billy Joel, Innocent Man. It was Neil Diamond, jazz singer. It was Amy Grant, Age to Age, and it was Air Supply. And she said, "Joe, you can just leave Air Supply off. That's fine."
Wow.
So anyway, number 5. This artist made the 70s. Him and Elton John made the 70s, in my opinion. My favorite song by him is "Honesty," Billy Joel.
Honesty is such a
Lonely
word.
Everyone is so untrue. Yes.
That is also a beginning of the buzz of you drinking Downer. And it's the truth.
Okay.
At number 5, I have Boss Skaggs. I know
Yeah.
you had mentioned him earlier in the top 21. I know, folks, this is the Billy and Joe Top 10 show, but Spanish word of the day, 21. This is the Billy and Joe 21 show. 21. But no, Boss Skaggs, the Lido Shuffle.
Yes.
It's
amazing how funky Lowdown is.
Yep.
Great song.
Yep.
My number 4, I've Seen Fire and I've Seen Rain, James Taylor.
James Taylor and Carly Simon used to be a thing.
Yes, they did.
He can put you to sleep, though.
Yes, he can. Sure. Yeah.
But I agree with being on that list while you're trying to catch a marlin on your yacht.
Yeah, I'm not that talented.
Okay, so number 4, hit after hit after hit after hit, Chicago.
Yes. Yes. I should have put them on my list, but they didn't make it either. But I should have seen them when they toured with Earth, Wind, and Fire. They came here with Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I should have went, and I did not, and I regret not going. But what are you gonna do?
I did. Wonderful, fabulous, on your feet. It's the first time I've ever been to a concert where I was on my feet for the whatever you want to call the opening act, or who flipped the coin and got to go first. But Earth, Wind, and Fire
Right.
of Chicago were absolutely stunning, fantastic. If they continue to do it again, go and see them. And what a comeback by Chicago after the guy with the attitude left the band, and what a great comeback, and more number ones, and there must have been something really, really bad between them. But
it's Kevin something.
I can't remember his name, but still, and I love how Chicago used to name their albums by numbers.
Yes. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. My top three we've talked about earlier. You can check out You Could Never Leave, the Eagles.
On a dark desert highway.
Cool wind in my hair.
When hell freezes over.
They toured again.
Yep. Suckered me in. What a lineup.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What a lineup. You could put some of Glenn Fry's solo work, some of Don Henley's solo work on that Yacht.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Boys of Summer. That'd be a great song to, just get that yacht started.
Oh yeah.
Yes. No. I love the Eagles, and it's starting out my list. Maybe if I was spent a little bit more time on it, or if this was a thesis, I may have put the Eagles up higher, but this is the Billy and Joe Top 10 show.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes I do the first things that come to my mind, or I have a predetermined position on who I'm going to put and where.
I had to rewrite mine, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 3, going into the top 3, Toto.
Now, I need to verify. I need to do a fact check here. I was at an adult beverage establishment, and somebody told me that Quincy Jones needed a house studio band, and they were the house studio band for Michael Jackson's first album.
Man, I would have to verify that. That sounds. I have also heard
off the wall.
I have also heard that the great composer, Star Wars,
John Williams.
Indiana Jones, John Williams, his son played with the band Toto.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know what years, because lineups change over the years. Like I just told you, Little River Band doesn't have an original member in the band. It's called the Little Creek Band now. But I'll tell you something. But Toto, Rosanna, yeah,
love that song.
Africa, Toe the Line.
Yep.
Also some great music that you don't want to listen to while drinking.
Warren Central, Warren Central won the marching band title 3 years ago and played Rosanna. And great version.
Now, this may be we give people homework to do on all these things. John Williams' son being in Toto, house band being on Off the Wall with Michael Jackson. Was the song Rosanna, from what I was understood, was written about a relationship with Roseanne Arquette.
Well, that was before she was a star. 83.
But
yeah, it's possible.
The stuff that you hear, the stuff that sticks in your mind, and then later on in life, when you roll it out, people like you and go, no.
Right.
So we just rolled out 3 things about Toto you didn't know, didn't happen, or
yeah.
The credibility of the Billy and Joe show. Well, we didn't say these things happened about these 3 things about Toto. And by the way, we're not in Kansas anymore. I guess did the band get their name from Toto in the Wizard of Oz, or Did
I'll get you, my
my
pretty.
and your little dog too.
Yeah, yeah. My number two, don't stop thinking about tomorrow, Fleetwood Mac. So, and the chain. Yes. Yeah.
Faces freedom.
Yep. And the chain.
Yeah.
Don't break the chain.
So. You know who was a nut? Both of those were nuts, and they're still nuts. And that's Stevie Nicks and what's your boy's name? Play guitar, Lindsey Buckingham or bass or whatever he did.
Yeah, they're pretty. Lindsey Buckingham's pretty nuts.
They both are nuts. I mean, look that all up with the Rosanna or Toto information, but I just heard a lot of stories and
yes, so did I.
Yeah. Okay, so my number two.
Number dos.
10 cc. 10 cc.
Oh, good choice. They were also, excuse me, they were also on the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack, if I remember.
The things we do for love. The things we do for love. I'm not in love. No. Did I just screw up that one? Is that
Eric? I don't think
Eric. Oh well. Okay, 10 cc. Godly and Cream, I think, are in 10 cc. So check them out on your favorite streaming. I love 10 cc. Love.
They were huge in England. I'm like huge in England. So
you know what tosses me off well too is that the band America, they were born and raised in England, but they were American. But I always thought they were English, naming their band America, but they really were Americans who were born in England, and just that's where they got their start. Or became bigger.
Didn't know that.
Useless information on the Billy and Joe Top 10 Show.
Are you ready for my number one?
Yeah.
Are you reeling in the years? Stowing away the time. Rest in peace, Walter Becker, Steely Dan.
Ricky, don't lose that number.
It's the only one you want.
Might lose it, baby.
If you feel better. When you get home.
Dum. I had a cousin named Ricky, and there was a song, Billy Don't Be a Hero, but watching Scotty grow. Those were my cousin's names, and it was always interesting that a pop song that would come out during when I was growing up that had their name in it, I always loved it. And Ricky is not spelled like you spell Ricky.
Right.
It's RICCI. Not RI. What?
RIKKI.
Yeah, not RICKY.
Right.
Or then we had a friend down. Go ahead.
Kind of like Ricky Tikki Tavi, if you remember that. I think that's the same spelling, I think, maybe.
Man, and if you missed that half-hour cartoon special the next day, you were screwed because everybody was talking about Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Yes.
The mongoose.
Yes.
My number one is Christopher Cross / Leo Sayer.
Leo Sayer's your number one?
/ Christopher Cross.
I'll give you Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross and Sailing and Think of Laura, Laugh, Don't Cry.
Yeah.
Gone Like the Wind or Ride Like the Wind.
Love that song. Michael McDonald's on that.
Arthur, the theme from Arthur.
Yep.
Long Tall Glasses. You Know I Can Dance by Leo Sayer. You know I can't dance. You know I can't dance. You know
he's touring this year.
Yeah, I was driving and I was walking down the road feeling hungry and cold, saw a sign up ahead that said food and drink for everyone, so naturally I thought I'd take me a look inside. So that's my Leo Sayer impersonation. I saw so much food, there was water coming from my eyes. There was ham and there was turkey, there was caviar, and long tall glasses from hair up to yar. And somebody grabbed me and pulled me out on the floor. They said, before you can eat, you gotta dance. And that's the end of my song. Sorry.
Yeah, you went a lot longer than I did on Steely Dan.
You make me feel like dancing when I need love. Yacht rock, yeah, the 70s, the 80s, great soft rock, pop, adult, contemporary, whatever you call it. But great list today.
Yes, without a doubt.
So, Joe, tell everybody, of course, Joe Carney, Indy's Local Flavor, tell everybody what's coming up on your show, or a little bit about why they should tune in to your podcast.
Talking with my co-host, they decided that they wanted to do the top 11, give you a little teaser, top 11 worst fan sports incidents. So I'm going to bring back Bartman. So that's what's coming up this week.
Very interesting. So tune in to Indy's Local Flavor with your host, Joe Carney. Joe, we went long again today, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. This is the best part about this is we can, oh my gosh, there is a yacht rock song that we just disagree.
Oh, and that's fine. That's what it's all about here.
Disagree.
Yeah. Do you have one final bonus group that you could think of?
No, you go ahead and maybe it'll come to my mind.
Well, let's see here. Oh, let's see. Who's that? Jay Giles.
Freeze Frame.
Yep. Jay Giles band.
And all the lists that we have. So I would go with Orleans. Dance
Good
with
band.
me. You're still the one.
Yep.
That
was a commercial.
Yeah, and I remember that being for one of the big three networks. You're still the one.
Right.
Still the one.
Mm-hmm.
And then upcoming, Welcome Back, Cotta. Joe Carney, thank you so much. Please, everybody, subscribe to our Billy and Joe Top 10 Show Facebook page. Go to Keeping the Nostalgia Live show on YouTube and subscribe. We will see you guys next week with possibly the top 10 all-time hip-hop/rap songs that changed the music industry. I am Billy.
I'm Joe. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you guys next week.